So yeah, he has actual wings, but yeah, he's a pyro sword character, so that's gonna be pretty good. It's first pyro sword character released after the first version since fucking Bennett, dude. Got a cool normal attack string, just because he has uses his wings during it and floats around. Characters that float during their abilities are so cool. Okay. Uh, yeah, Malwika was our last pyro character, and the last before that was Arlecchino. And then got wow, that's crazy. It's like 1.0, 1.1 or 2. I think you were 1.2 though. Either with that or 3. Yeah, in fact, it was released around the same time. Yeah, Yoimiya is 2.0. Toma's 2.1. Actually, I think he's 2.2. Uh, Dea is 3.5. Linny is 4.0. Chevris is 4.3. Gaming is 4.4. Arlecchino 4.6. And Mawika 5.3. I think is what it was. 5.3 or 5.2. I can't remember. Yeah, that's kind of nuts, actually. So, and our first pyro sword character since Bennett is freaking Durin. Oh, that looks cool. For the skill. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, but show me Yehoda. Also, that tells me that Yehoda will be in 6.3 or 6.2. So, oh, off field effect. Okay. Ooh, it's a plunge tech. That's such a cool ult. His art style feels so different. Maybe it's because he is technically different. He does a lot of off-field effects. I imagine he reduces pyro res. Animo characters who I'm waiting for. Okay, come on, Yehoda. Let's see what you do. Please have an on-field ability. As long as I get Yehoda, I don't care. She's some pretty cool effects. I like how she actually uses her goggles. I already know she's a bow character. So I'm not super excited for her melee, for her normal attacks. Let's see. Oh, come on. No, I don't want to go to Manlandia. Fuck off, dude. I'm just waiting for the other effects, please. Yeah, her attacks look cool. Otherwise, okay, no special charge tag. At least not at base. It could be if I was on situation though, so we have to wait and see. How many? Nope. How many animal bows do we have? I'm pretty sure it's just 2 at the moment. No, just 3. We have Chaska, who I forget is even in the game, just to a certain degree. I don't really care for a lot of the Natlin characters individually. I just like the region itself. Chaska doesn't have a special charge attack, but Bofar's on N. Venti, Venti! I used to think Venti did, but apparently it just turns out that's just a constellation. To be fair, based on what I had been hearing since I started playing the game, I thought Venti was way different than he actually is. He has no inbuilt shred outside of this effect. And it's just Animo and physical res. He doesn't shred anything else. He has no shred in his kit. in his base kit. He does his base. If you look just at his base kit, his abilities, and ignores constellations, He's just a sub DPS. It's crazy. He's a sub DPS. He doesn't even scale on anything outside of attack. He doesn't even scale on EM. So what's the point of giving him high EM? I have literally no idea. Anyways. I was told he was like fucking Kazuha and Sucrose when that is completely incorrect. But let's see what she does. I'm curious. Oh, that's cool looking. I don't know what that just did. Oh, secondary, but I think that's for ult. She gives 2 stacks of something. Oh, whoa. What in the heck? That's interesting looking. What does it do, though? Is this showing the animations again? It's literally the same thing 2 times in a row. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be pulling in 6.2 now. I'm not pulling in 6.1. I already knew that. I was basically a guaranteed skip for me. But 6.2, I'll be pulling, but not for Durin. I'll be pulling for Yehoda specifically, unless they give a free one anyways. They probably will, but as for the second phase, I'm pretty sure it's... I think, if I remember correctly, 6.2 should have... Actually, I think it's a different character from what I'm thinking. I think it... No, I think that one was 2 other characters I didn't want. Let me pull up the thing. So far, this TikTok I saw is actually correct. It is correct. Yeah, Hu-Tao buys you, I'm skipping. But 6.3, I might do phase 2. I won't be doing phase 1, which is Columbina. 6.4, I'll be going for Varka. 6.5, I'm skipping. 6.6, I'm going for Sandrone. 6.7, I am also probably skipping. But the farther out you go, the harder it gets to check out. But for 6.2, 6.1 I'm skipping because I don't really care for Nefer because I don't really like Bloom. And her abilities aren't exactly what I'm looking for in a melee catalyst, which is why I'm super excited for Sandrone to come out because I feel like she's going to be what I'm looking for. I hope. But I don't think they're even like fully they don't have full ideas of her kit yet. All we know from leaks is Lunar Crystallized thing, but I could have guessed that she was Geo from a mile away, just from how she attacked, just from how Polonia attacked. But 6.1 I'm skipping because I already own all the 3 reruns. I already own Farina, Arlecchino, and Zhongli. I don't need any of their weapons, so that I don't need that. I don't really care for Nefer. 6.2, I'll be going for whichever banner has Yehoda on it. It'll probably be on Durin, considering the new character the new 4-star is usually going to be put with a new 5-star. Even if there's another one that makes sense. For example, they didn't put Shinobu with Ito, they put Shinobu with Yalan, if I remember correctly. And then... So I'll probably go with Durin or Venti. I honestly might go for Venti, but I'm not super big on using Venti, because the problem is I don't really need that massive amount of CC at the moment, so it's not a super big thing I'm need for. Durin, though, looks pretty cool, so I might go for him. His abilities look awesome. But mostly just for Yehoda, so I'm just doing that in case I get a 5-star. I'll be doing on I'll get Durin, but it's probably not. I'll probably get Yehoda before that. Second phase, I already have Hu Tao. I'm already about to get. There are only a few characters who actually care for their Constellation one. One of them is Hu Tao, because her Constellation one makes her much easier to use. Unfortunately, I'm already going for it in here, so I get it for free. So I'm just going to go with skipping that second phase. 6.3 phase 1 is, well, they have the rerun of Escoffier, who I already have. Her C1 makes her a lot stronger, but doesn't make her any more consistent or easy to use in the vein that I'm looking for, so she's not a C1 that I care for. I don't really need her weapon, since I already have Missive Windspear on her anyways, which is perfectly fine. I don't really care for Columbina. Interesting character, but not interesting enough to make me want to get her. 6.3 is 2 reruns of characters I don't own, which are Skirk and Shalonen. I might go for Shalonen, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd mostly just be going for Shalonen to free up my Kokomi from my Novelette team. But otherwise, I might end up skipping it at the time. 6.4 though, phase 1, again, Nervalet's the rerun. Don't really care for him. Not going. I already have him, so it doesn't. I don't really. I already also have the C1 too. I got it on accident, so I don't need that. I don't even think. I don't even know what a C2 is. Okay. Yes. I'm not going for that. Again, if it's just a pure damage increase, I don't care. 6.4 phase 1 also comes with Varka, who is our second ever Animo Claymore after Sayu, so that'll be pretty good. I'll probably be going for him. I'm really interested to see what he does, based on the fact that his signature weapon is the Wolf's Gravestone, and its effect is really interesting in that it's just stacking as much attack as possible. The weapon itself has the standard 5-star base attack. It then has a 50% attack percent substat. It then gives an additional 20%, and then on hit against an opponent with less than 30% HP, it gives the entire party 40% a 40% attack bonus. This weapon is insane. It is literally giving you 109.6% attack. It is literally actively doubling your attack at R1. At R5, this weapon would be giving you 120% from the effect, so it would be 169.6%. So it's almost tripling your attack. So this weapon is absolutely insane when it comes to pure attack stacking, and I hope that there's something about him that does that, because there's not really other characters that really want to stack attack that are DPSs. The only ones I can think of might be like Arlecchino, and I think that's pretty much it. Because the more attack she has, the less damage she takes. Phase 2 is 2 electro characters I already have with weapons that aren't entirely necessary for them, and aren't really super useful on other characters, that being Clorand and Raiden Shogun. 6.5 is pretty much an entire skip for me. I don't really know anything about Nicole, so I don't really care for Phase 1. Phase 2, and the rerun for Phase 1 is Yaimiko, a character I already have. 6.5 Phase 2 is Xiao, again, a character I already have, with a weapon I already have. And again, also, I should note that Yaimiko's weapon only really works on 2 characters reasonably, and that is Yaimiko and Lisa. And then 6.5 Phase 2 also comes with Shanyan, who I'm not really going to get just for the 2 plunge characters I own. Again, you could use her for other characters, but plunge is not really that fun for me. 6.6, though, I'm going to go for Phase 1. I'm going to be going for Sandrone, so that's going to be really, really good. I'm really excited. I'm hoping she's definitely Catalyst because of Polonia, and the fact that she is never seen using a weapon. So she's definitely Catalyst, and I'm hoping that she's specifically going to be melee Catalyst, or in a way to where she's basically doing melee attacks. Basically, I'm hoping she punches with Polonia. That's the other character in that phase. It's Navia. Navia's cool. Not a character I'm super into getting right now. Neither is her weapon. I don't even remember what it does. And then 6.6 Phase 2 is Mawika. and then a first rerun of Durin. If I already have Durin at the time, then no. Plus, it'll be right after getting Sandrone, so probably not. I do not care for Malwika. I find her extremely boring, so I just don't use her. 6.7 Phase 1 is the reruns are in Phase 1. There's Lauma, again, don't like Bloom, don't care. And then Phase 2 is Silali and Mualani. Silali I do like, so I might go for that. I already have Mualani, so I'll probably be doing that. Phase 1 is Alice. I don't even know what element she'd be. Maybe Pyro like her daughter, but it's hard to know. Probably won't go for her. Her design feels a little off to me. I don't know why. It's just there's a lot of the Hex and Circle members don't really have designs that speak out to me like at all. So yeah, in put this into perspective, 6.1 hard skip for both phases. 6.2 possibly I will be going for 4-star in phase 1, full skipping phase 2. 6.3 hard skipping phase 1, maybe put a small amount into phase 2. 6.4 no, I'm skipping phase 2 of 6.3 as well. 6.4 I'm going for Varka in phase 1, phase 2 skipping entirely. 6.5 is a full skip on both phases. 6.6 is going all in on Sandrone. Phase 2 is a full skip for me. 6.7 phase 1 full skip. Phase 2 probably go for Silali. That is pretty much all of my pull plans for the next little while. Pretty much until the end of the 6.0s.
All those scholars in the academia are prime examples.
Unfortunately, it's really sad that there was a Laumar rerun, but not a Flynn's rerun. Sad, just because I really, really wanted Flynn's. But I doubt I'm going to be able to get him during this time. I'm mostly just sitting here waiting for this to reset. But it'll take a while. But yeah, it sucks. Yeah, a lot of these next versions are going to be skips. Now that I have such a large number of characters, a lot of them are getting more possible skips. But there is some things to note about the next few patches. First of all, this upcoming patch in like literally 30-ish hours from now, we're getting 6.1 or Luna 2, and that's going to be good because Luna 2 has the Milliastra Wonderland, which I'm super, super hyped for. In case y'all don't know, I'm pretty much going to be maining the mannequin. I'm going to call myself a mannequin. You just add an I. But I'm going to be maining the mannequin, so that'll be pretty fun. But also that means that there's going to be a lot of other stuff to do during the Milliastra Wonderland, so that's pretty fun, especially because there's like the other updates from that stuff as well. Other than that, there's something to consider, and that is we just because I have Alhaitham, we just had the Sumeru. My brain's not working. We just had the Sumeru. What is it called? Chronicle Wish. So the next one is Fontaine. And because it's Fontaine, there's a high chance that it's going to have Ridesley. And that is actually really good for me. I don't think it's going to be I don't think Navia's going to be in there because Navia is an actual rerun we're probably getting soon. But I do believe we'll be getting Lenny, Ridesley, probably no, not Farina. Nervalette maybe. But again, I'm not really entirely sure. I don't remember how Chronicled Wish works when it comes to related reruns. I believe Chiori will be in there. I believe Emily will be in there. Sijuin as well. Arlecchino Cloran maybe not. If there's 5 characters, it'll be Lenny, Ridesley, Chiori, Sijuin, and Emily. But I don't remember how many characters it is specifically. But my hope is that Risley's in there because I don't remember how long it takes to get one. But if it is Risley, I will probably be going for him. But It'll probably be quite a few patches. I just have to hope it's not the same time as San Drone. But by the time San Drone comes around, I should have way more than enough primos to actually get her. I'm sitting at how many? I should be at almost exactly 30. I think after I do Stygian Onslaught and do tomorrow's polls, I should be at about 35. Because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm at 29. So I'll probably be at about 34 or 35. So I've only got to get 55 polls to be absolutely guaranteed. But if I remember correctly, starting from pull 75, you actually get increased chances. So that is to be seen. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to really look into when it comes to future polls. The only difference would be like other 4-stars. But as of current, we don't have any other known 4-stars. I'm pretty sure starting with Durin, Varka, and like I don't think there's any other characters that could show up that would be 4-stars. How often do we get a 4-star? Because like start the game, with a bunch of 4-stars. You got one in like 1.1, and then another in like 1. That's also 1.1, I think. That should be. Do 1.3, I think. It's like 1.1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.2, 1.3. 1.4 and 1.5, I think, were Rosaria and Yenfei, actually. And then Sayu was 2.0, Fujisaru was 2.1, Toma is 2.2, Goro 2.3, Yunjin 2.4, Shinobu 2.6, Heijo 2.7, Kale 3.0, Dori 3.1, I think it should have been. Candace was 3.1, Dori was 3.0, actually, I think. Layla was like 3.4. Farzan was like 3.5. Yao Yao was like 3.6 or 7. Miko, I think, might have been 3.7. Poppy was. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of 4-stars during Sumeru. Lynette was 4.0. 4.0 again for Fremine, I think. Should have been. Yeah, he should have been second phase. Charlotte was 4.1. Chef. Yeah, we get 4-stars pretty often. So yeah, there's probably going to be some in there. There's usually not too many droughts when it comes to 4-stars. I'm happy that we did actually get Monato as an A rank super soon after Pan Yinhu. People are complaining about it, but I think they're fucking morons. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. You're a moron if you don't like when a character is a low rank. You're just a moron, an actual moron. They make it so much easier to like for people do not realize what a 4-star is what a lower rank character is supposed to be, and it's why it has sucked so much in Honkai Star Rail for a while now, and why the meta is now getting so bad. And that is that 4-stars. The only downside of a 4-star from a 5-star is that there's no way to guarantee them. There's no way to absolutely make sure that you get the character. But at the same time, they are leagues easier to actually obtain. Like the chance of you getting a 4-star is significantly higher than a 5-star. Not to mention you get one guaranteed every 10 pulls. And they aren't restricted by banner. Unlike a limited 5-star, which has to be there during their own banner, or in the case of Genshin, during the occasional Chronicle wish. But the 4-star is just there now. Forever. The moment they are released, they are available on every banner. Following. Actually, right now, if you were to pull on this, I don't think you can actually get Ino. But the moment these banners end, which is in 24 hours, you'll be able to get Ino on every single banner after that. Every single one. There will be no banners from which the 4-star cannot appear. Even if you started the game right now, the novice banner could give you an Ino. If you starting from next version. You could get an Ino from. Not to mention, you get 4 stars for just completing quests. You get a free monotone for doing stuff right now in the Sun Zero. But you get a free. You get like. If you were to do a no pull account, not including event characters, you would get Amber, Kaya, Lisa, Barbara, Xiangling, Noelle. Oh, she's not Noelle in this case, but you would get free 5-star. I guess if you don't include the free standards, if you don't include okay, so Amber, Kaya, Lisa, Barbara, Xiangling, and then you can get free Holly, free Lynette, free Kachina, and free Ino, all for doing the story. These are permanent, by the way. And then you also get... Oh, there's also the Traveler. Starting next version, you get the Mannequin, which is, again, separate from the Traveler. People need to understand that, because I've been seeing so many TikTok comments where it's like, where they just do not understand how the character works. They are a separate entity with separate abilities. The only thing tied to them is the Traveler's Element, which means you can use them on separate teams. I'm pretty sure the Mannequin can even be brought into Spiral Abyss, but we'll have to see. But you'll get the Mannequin. And if you include event characters, that I'm pretty sure almost every 4-star that exists has been added to an event at some point. Every single one of these. At least a large percentage of them. But like, that is what's good about 4-stars, that they can be given for free without issues. And if you include the free 5-stars, you get like every 4-ish patches, you'll now get a free standard 5-star. And for those that are going to be complaining, oh, but it's only standard, bro. First of all, people can like the standard characters, and they're still usable today. People that complain, I saw someone complaining that Diluc never crits. I'm like, that's a build issue. That's not a Diluc issue. That's a build issue. If your Diluc's never critting, it's because you don't know how to build it. It's because you didn't give him crit rate. But I digress. After all, I still use Kuching as Spiral Abyss. But like, I waited 3 years to get a Kuching. Do not talk to me about not getting standard, about the free ones being standard. The standard characters, not only are they still usable, especially the supports, but also many people still want them. It took me years to get... It took me 4 years just to get Dea and Diluc as well. Because losing to 5-stars is actually... Losing on your 50-50s is an incredibly bad way to go for standard characters, because a lot of times you'll just not lose. Again, it's a coin flip, and then you have to do a 1 and 8. The only character I don't have is Mizuki, but that's just because I went for, I believe I went for a Dea Constellation. Anyway, that's the end of that rant. But as for, I can't think of any characters that we are going to get that are going to be 4-star. All the characters that we know of have already been leaked for their most likely banner positions, and they're all going to be 5-star. So as for 4-stars, I'm kind of just waiting for another character to be introduced. I'm not sure who that would be and from where. We might be getting... Honestly, it might not be a Nightcry character. I can 100% see getting a Natlin 4-star at some point. Maybe even 2, because we're still missing a few. We're missing a 4-star character from the Science of Canopy and the People of Springs. Get both of those. Yeah, we're missing 2 4-star characters from here. We're missing a People of the Springs 4-star and a Science of the Canopy 4-star. So I can see those 2 coming out. After all, a lot of the characters that show up don't have to have been previously seen. After all, Anefa just kind of came out of nowhere. So that would be pretty fun if it's just like, oh, hey, by the way, here's the Science of the Canopy character. Because Science of the Canopy is arguably the single best single best movement ability in the game. Collective of Plenty already has it, so we don't have to worry about that. But the People of the Springs is probably one people have been wanting because we're actually pretty starving for water-based movement characters. Because currently, I think there are only a few that actually have good movement over water. Especially because water tends to be really long distances, and that is pretty much only the Ice Bridge characters, which are incredibly slow. Kaya, you have to wait 8 seconds between each attack, and you only go, I believe, if I remember correctly, 2 meters per time. And then you have like Writhely, who's also still really slow, faster but still slow. And then you have Farina, and then Mulani, and then I think Mawika counts too, but I'm pretty sure she uses up her stat stuff more quickly. Farina's still by far the best, and she probably will stay that way, considering she just has the normal movement but over water. But that is, you never know. After all, it is very possible that Columbina just freezes water under her feet as she walks, meaning she doesn't have to constantly activate her ability. Or maybe there's a character who can float really fast and then freezes as they do stuff under it. There could always be stuff like that. Anyway, enough talking. That is pretty much everything I have. I just wanted to talk about this before this version ended. I'm going to try and see if I can stream on YouTube as well. I'm going to be doing some test streams over the next 24 or so hours. Anyway, that's enough yapping from me. I just had to make this video because I saw a leak video of Durin and Yehoda gameplay. And I just wanted to see what they did. Nothing too interesting to see at the moment, but that's probably because the person doesn't seem to have, doesn't look like they have full, like, graphics up. So I can't really see exactly how it says, because, exactly how it looks, because I cannot play like that. I am locked. These are all of my graphic settings. I can change the brightness, I can turn on off VSync, and I can turn on off motion blur. That's it. I cannot see what it looks like at lower graphics. Oh, but that's it. I still don't know how to end videos.